2 days after we got married, Carla suggested we sell everything, buy a boat and set sail. A year later we did just that. In the Canaries we picked up our naked sailor, Dobby. This is our adventure.
So welcome to week 28.
Yeah, it's absolutely rocking along now, isn't it? I think we're in about the last 6 weeks.
Yes.
That's what we think. We're about the last 6 weeks of the project, which is absolutely fantastic.
Yes.
So this week we're going to get the floor down in the pilot house, which is actually a lot more complicated than it sounds, because it has to have 3 lifting hatches that go into the engine room, and we have to put some sub beams in and things like that. So that's really our main goal, and also to get the trim all finished in the pilot house. So basically, apart from the console, the pilot house should be finished.
Yeah.
And also wrap up on a few things in the back cabin.
In the back cabin, yeah. It's actually more complicated now, isn't it? Because it takes longer, because it's all about finishing, and they have to have, you know, a perfect finishing. So it takes a bit longer to do things than we expect.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that then leaves us the following week with doors and door frames and trims and steps. And quite honestly then, I think by the end of that week we'll be well into
electrics.
Starting the electrics and finishing the plumbing.
Which you are looking forward.
I'm really looking forward to that, actually. Yes, I am. It's been a long time coming, and you know, there's been a lot of thought put into it, a lot of energy put into it. So it'd be fantastic to see it all done. So here we are. We've got these metal frames, and I think originally they were going to sort of set the floor in, but our floor is going to sit on top of the steel floor, so we're having to build these here to pack it out, really. That's the truth. Okay, but every one is a different size, and every one needs to be planed down or cut. It's really quite irritating. And then each one has to be marked front. 6 on that side, 5 on that side. So here we are, last piece. Okay, so on top of here will go the floor, and also each one of these will be a hatch which will open up. It'll have insulation on the back, and yeah, it's looking good now. Good morning's work. How's the time? 1 o'clock.
1:30.
It's home time. Thought it was time to go home.
No. Okay.
So we're working on the floor in here. We've made some templates and laid them out on the sheet of wood, the floor in the buffalo board, and we're cutting them out. But it's really tricky because it's nothing square anywhere, and that's boats for you, I guess. And trying to just fit it is incredibly difficult. So.
And we only have one left sheet. So
oh, we don't have any more now. This
so
is it. Yeah, if we mess up now, we're in for another sheet, which wouldn't be very good fun. This sheet over here is fitted.
Yeah.
So we're working on this one. Well, I'm going to take some off here to start with, and hopefully this will. More?
A bit more.
Yeah.
So there you go, that's the sides done. It took us all morning. Well, day 3 on the floor, always more challenge than we expect. So it has been a really tiring job because we have to go up and down just to cut a little bit more, you know, to fit perfectly. But it's turning out very nicely. We are hoping to finish today because it's just the 3 hatches to do. Here comes the man up on the ladder.
So, 5th time this morning, and I've only been here 5 minutes.
Yeah. So first hatch is down.
First hatch is in, but it isn't exactly the right shape. But it's within a tolerance that we can do something with.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But we have to get the hinge in here, and this side's a bit tight for the hinge. So we're going to cut some off here to move it up slightly, and then hopefully we've got enough room for the hinge. And then we have to square that end up because the hinge has to open square.
We don't have any room for mistakes here because we don't have, we only have another 2 squares to go on the hatches. That's it, we don't have more of this board.
No.
And the problem with ordering is just it would take too long.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. That looks like it's for now. That's just about square, slight wobble there, but we'll take that square. Oh, that one is square. Great. Okay, so we'll work off here, and then we draw.
Did you bring the tape measure?
Yeah. So this is C corner, which is square. So this wants to be 6, 8, 6. Well, it'd be too tight, won't it?
Yeah.
6, 8, 8. Okay, so that's the floor cut. Now we have to put the hinges on and some clamps and some padding to make sure it sits nicely. But yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. So this is the worktop surface, and I'm cutting this 94 long by 400 deep to go on top of that cabinet and create a little desk in that corner, which I think would be rather useful actually. Even though it's small, I still think it's useful to keep the book papers and various things like that. Okay, so that's going, yeah, it covers up the join in the panel. I'll screw it down there, put a bracket in over there. I think I'll have a cup of coffee first. I'm just putting these bits of trim on here. It won't really get seen because the mattress will come in here, it's just to make it look nice. Oh, I'm just going to staple it with the staple gun. I honestly say, this is probably the worst investment I made. It's not very good at putting staples in. In fact, it couldn't put a staple through a 1/4 inch of balsa wood into butter, to be honest. Just putting this trim on, which I prepared about a week ago. I have to sand that bit there. And this basically holds the mattress in. Okay. We're getting there. The last job today is putting in these light switches. So this is for all the 12 volt, all the stuff that isn't connected to the helm station. And I'm going to have to cut all of these screws off. Going to get